Oh, good evening, people. Wow. We thought Ugly Patel was a horror show as Home Secretary. If what's being said today is right, and Suella Braverman, this and what I bet will be chucked is, oh, but she's not a white nationalist. The problem I said before, one of the problems is that people are um not seeing that the right wing are, or the right wing establishment are hiding their classism behind racism. Oh, we're not, you know, we're not racist. No, you are racist, but you're also a classist. There are racists in your party. You're also xenophobic. Calling maybe racist is the wrong term. Maybe it'd be more accurate to call these assholes xenophobic. What? People who haven't actually had proper work. Now, whilst I've not had proper payroll work, I've spent plenty of time working cash in hand, and a lot of that was labour work. With you know, most of these fucking assholes, Tories, as far as they're concerned, that's grubby work. Yeah, they're not fit for that. Then how are you representative? How exactly, as a Tory, are you representative of the rest of the population? Because I'm telling you now, you're fucking nuts. Now, I personally myself am not representative of the rest of the country in many different respects, but the economic situation, most of the countries in my position, probably worse. And, you know, this is supposed to be an improvement on what we've already had. Some of this is just recycling people into different roles. Most of it is, actually. Why the fuck is Jacob Rees-Mogg titled, to get the housing and levelling up minister? What has that twat got to do with anything? Get him out of government. It's just stupid. And then you start hearing, then I was looking through the other stuff, and you start hearing about fucking the sewage pumping out. And I already knew about I've already talked about the poor state of our waterways in this country, but they're just pumping shit out into the sea, literally shit, and then trying to say, 90% of it's rainwater. Is it? It's not what the photos people have been seeing have been saying, and people who've been there have been saying. But they don't care. The whole thing is about getting the most amount of money for the least work possible. It's inefficient on purpose. If you don't believe me, fucking work out yourselves. Honestly. Our country's going to shit because we've got people in charge who don't give a fuck. What is the logical point in backing people who don't back you? What is the point? And most of what you hear is the pre-programmed lines in response. Oh, we can't have socialism. What do you think the welfare state and the NHS is? It's socialism done fucking properly. People who've never had to use the welfare system have had to use the welfare system. And if the welfare system was fit for purpose, it would actually properly help and actually get people back into work. But it doesn't. It's I keep saying a huge social paradigm shift event is coming, and I have no idea which way it's going to go. But there's one angry pagan in the southwest of England. I'm pretty worried because our land is being sold off to private companies in swathes. Our water is being defiled and we're being told not to worry about it. Oh no, don't panic. Everything will get better. The private sector will invest. The private sector won't invest because they don't care about investing, because all they care about is the bottom fucking line. People need to stop believing these idiots. Neoliberalism, whatever that means now, is obviously harmful. Capitalism, at the very least in its current form and the forms we've seen in the past, is harmful. But not to the top. No. The people at the top can't be touched. They think of themselves as gods, and it's fucking stupid. Yes, this is a rant, because I'm fucking angry. Why shouldn't I be? What I don't understand is why everyone else isn't so angry, because our country's going to shit. But it's all just like, oh well. Is that who the British are? From a country that refused to stand down to the Nazi Hitler and various other fascists, to a country that's just like, yeah, maybe not. I'll just let you take our land, that's fine. Apparently it is. Just roll over and let us, and just roll me over and beat me back in blue. I won't mind. That's the way the British people are fucking treating this very serious situation. That sounds very extreme, but it is essentially what's going on. Why do you think we have these psychopaths in charge? There's a fucking reason for it. Oh, several reasons for it. And one of these reasons is our fault as a society. Oh, I'm not interested in politics. Politics doesn't interest me. Yet that's you falling for the fucking bullshit. Try some critical thinking of your own. Think for yourselves. Not just tote the line that's been pre-programmed into your fucking heads. This isn't a conspiracy theory. This is happening. This is happening. Our free right to healthcare is being taken away from us. It's becoming more. It's become worth more to go for some people to go to private healthcare because these Tories have stripped down the NHS so much that it is so inefficient. And then they'll tell us, no, it's inefficient because of its model. It was always inefficient. No, you. And people will fucking follow it because people are being fucking sheep. And then they get angry at you telling them that they're sheep. I don't care. Actually, don't care. I'm fed up of people getting all shitty because when you tell them the fucking facts. I don't like absolutism, but in rare cases it's unfortunately there, and in this case, facts are facts. You can get new facts, but it doesn't change the old facts. That's just science. That is just fact. Someone writing something down and then erasing it doesn't mean that fact never existed because time still went past. Whilst you've rubbed that out, there's still evidence left. But we're walking into this asleep. Politics doesn't affect me. It does. Politics does affect you. I was asleep for way too long. Not fucking now. You get people complaining, why aren't Labour coming up with any solid policies? They don't need to right now. Are we right next to a general election? Who's in charge? Ask the people in charge. All Labour can do is give vague ideas of what they would do because that's all they can do. Right now. When it comes to a general election, they will put all the resources forward to put in detailed plans forward, realistic plans forward. But we'll see. We will see on that one. But I'm scared that the country is still not waking up enough to the problems of the lies being told to us and the amount of people just fucking believing it and going on. Oh, well, other things in my life are too important. Right, whilst that might seem like that in the short term, in the long term, you're causing yourself even bigger problem. What is people trying to run away from their problems? I understand it. I honestly don't. You running away. I ran away when I was a kid to my mum, but that wasn't necessarily running away from my problems. It was getting out of a situation that I was not good. That was not healthy for me. True, I got into another situation that wasn't exactly healthy for me, but mentally I was freer, unfortunately. Intellectually, I was freer. Okay, so there are rare cases where, you know, the turning and running. turn tail and run might be the smart idea. So as long as you have the idea to come back and sort that problem out once you're ready to do so, or once you've found a way to do so, because otherwise these things are going to come in force. More often than not, they're going to come around and bite you in the ass anyway. Harder than it would have done if you didn't try to mitigate it beforehand. And whilst most people can say that about their individual lives, this can exactly be said about the social political situation going on right now, and cultural situation. And again, I look on pagan news sites, and all I see is that there's nothing to do, really, with that I can see of us actually putting our voice out. We need to be more actually vocal. Because we can't, there's a lot of the stuff that's going on now, that's going wrong, that we have a legitimate problem with. Our land is being given away to foreign people who don't care about the land, the people who live on that land. Streets are being given away to private companies. Streets. Now these private companies are making it so walking down just a road makes it, you can't legally walk down there recording yourself because it's illegal, because they don't like it. And they're already getting the police to do their bidding. It's very much reminiscent of Continuum, if you guys have ever seen that. It's very scary. If you can't see it, then you're either unwilling to, or you just haven't seen it yet. You really need to. But everyone needs to wake up. And we need to challenge the government. We need to challenge them in a way that forces them out of government. Put another ideology in charge, because the ideology we've had over the last 12 years has not worked. It does not work. Not on a societal beneficial basis. It just doesn't. It's supposed to be this trickle down effect that is dependent on boom and bust. It's dependent on failure and poverty and depravity. It is. It's the new feudalism. Or the most modern evolution of feudalism. We're all sheeple. We're all walking into it. Well, not all of us, evidently, but most of this country is just walking into it with the excuse of politics. I don't really interested in politics. You don't have to be interested in politics. You just got to be pissed off at the people in charge. You fucking idiot. Wake up. This is a very precarious position. But fine, if you don't want to listen, then you're screwing the rest of us. You really are. And I will attack you. Not physically, but, intellectually. Take you to pieces. Anyway, just a bit of a rant. This has been, it's been difficult to listen to the shit coming out today. And as I said, a government where experts in different fields of the government are actually properly involved in what's going on will really help. But there is no one who actually knows what they're doing in charge, so who knows? Renationalise the waterways, renationalise the energy sector, reanalyse the way we look at our society, reanalyse the way we believe things. It's time for this country to go through some introspection, I think, because it's certainly not doing it enough, if at all. So how about we wake up? Even the left. How about we be a bit more practical instead of just being ideological? Instead of constantly attacking our own point. I'm not saying that we shouldn't criticise our party if we think it's going our side if we think it's going wrong, but that means taking criticism, legitimate criticisms of your own arguments, or even postulating whether or not your opinion actually is correct. Because I second guess myself with most of my actual opinions, just so I'm sure of my opinions. And even then, half the time I'm not actually sure, 100% sure of my opinions, because there's always some fluidity to these things. There's some Dolfiska for you. It's been Shadowita. Bless the Thursday. I hope everyone has a good